Hey, what are you doing? I'm shouting. Am I shouting? I recorded this thing on my phone with this easy voice recorder. I did it at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, I was going to redo it here and speak and stuff. But I thought, you know what? No. Because when I did it then at 4 o'clock in the morning, it was pure and it was raw and it's some sort of art form and other crap. So I'm going to listen to this, but I'm going to play this audio while I stare at you. Instead, I thought that would be a good idea. I thought that would be a good idea. So it's about homeless people and stuff. So let's get let's get started. Let's get started and play it. Wait, play it now.
Homeless people, motherfucking homeless people. I'm seeing these videos that they're showing on the Facebook that makes homeless people look all noble and shit, and I'm really getting sick and tired of it. Like there was one where they gave this guy a bunch of money and then they followed him around and they goes to the store and you're like, fuck yeah, he's buying liquor. This is awesome. So happy right now. I was like, yes, he's just taking that $100 and just getting booze. Fuck yes. I was so happy at first, and then and then he walks to a fucking park with the bags and starts handing out food to other families, and I'm like, God damn it, he's a good person. This is bullshit, and I don't like it. I mean, what happened in the bum fight videos? Where are those? Where two drunken, crazy bums fight over for like a piece of a hot dog? Those were so much better. I like those better. I like knowing that those people are there for a reason because they're crazy and homeless and alcoholics and stuff. That's what a homeless person is, and that's what they do. They're not supposed to be more noble than me. That's not how this shit's supposed to work. What the fuck? All right, now there's another one in particular that I can't stop thinking about, and there's this person pretends to be homeless. Like, first off, he's not fucking homeless, but he pretends to be because they're doing the fucking experiment. This experiment that they're doing. So he's pretending to be homeless and he's just sitting down on a busy corner with a sign. Now he sits down in the corner with the sign. The first sign says, "Need money for drugs and alcohol," and then a bunch of people give him money. And then he does it again, but the next time it says, "Need money for family," and he sits there. And then there's this little girl, this little girl that's just laying next to him, like sleeping on his lap or something. Yeah, she's laying on the ground and her head's laying on his leg, and she's sleeping, and the sign says "Need money for family," and nobody gives a fuck, and they all just walk by him, and nobody gives him shit. Now, I wanted to break this down. First off, what we've learned is that just tell them you want money for drugs and alcohol, and you'll get more, so it doesn't matter. And if you're homeless, do you really care what it's for? No, I don't think you do. I don't think that really matters to you. Now, let's break down the first part, need money for drugs and alcohol, and everybody just gives them money. Well, I mean, shit. Seriously? Are you telling me that I can just stop doing work and go out in the street, tell people what I want the money for, and then they'll just give it to me? Seriously? Fuck. What am I doing with my life? At least I know I have other options, I guess. I need to get my life together, or I can be homeless. Is that an option? Is that an option? It looks like it could be an option. Um, so let's break. I just wanted to break down the reason people gave him money, and it's not because in my head, from what I figure, it's not for the reasons that you think. I think it's the sign that brings the people joy. So he's got this sign that says "Need money for drugs and alcohol." One, it seems honest and earnest, like that's what he wants, because that's what people imagine homeless people do. They just do drugs and alcohol, and that's what they do. Like, yeah, well, at least he's fucking honest. That's what he's doing. Let him live his dream while I do mine. No, the sign itself It's fun and it's lighthearted and it's honest and it brings the reader joy. So what's happening inside their head is they get like, fuck yeah, they feel good about it. And when a person feels good, they're willing to give more. And then after they give the money, they again feel good. So they're giving the money and doing all of this for themselves. They're not doing it for that individual person on the street. They're doing, everything's happening and they're doing it all for themselves, and everything's going on inside their own head. So they read the sign, they feel joy, and they feel good, and then they give the money, and then they still feel good, and they feel great, and they can go home today, and like, I gave a homeless guy some fucking money today, and I feel fantastic. It's a good day. So that to me, that makes the most sense of why they would give the money to that person, and the way we do imagine homeless people. Now, the next one is where he's laying with the homeless girl, and he says he needs money for his family. Well, first of all, I think this experiment's completely flawed, because for one, he's not fucking homeless, and that's not his goddamn family, and everyone apparently sees through that bullshit. Of course, you can say, fucking, well, they just cut out, like, it's a video and they edit it and they can just, cut out if people actually gave him money at that point. But I don't think that's what they did. I don't actually, because what's the point of that? Who wants the doctor to film that much? Let's just pretend they didn't do that. I'm just going to pretend they didn't do that at all. That it's completely honest. And that would make more sense to me. So one, they all see him through his bullshit, like, you're not a homeless person, what are you even doing here? If you actually have a family to feed, and you're just sitting on your ass right here, no, you should be diving in dumpsters and looking for shit, or robbing shit. You shouldn't be out here not doing a goddamn thing. So yeah, there's that. They see through his bullshit, and then it's the sign in itself. It says, need money for family. Need money for food for family, right? It doesn't say, hi, my name's Bob, I need money for my family. It just says need money, like, so, well, it's kind of the same thing as the first one. The people read it and they immediately associate with themselves, need money for food and family. So it's telling them that they need money for their food, for their family. The ones that are working, that are busy, that are walking in the streets, and they got to get shit done. So all the sign is then reminding them of the shitty family that they hate or love, that are working so hard for it. And then as soon as they do that, their immediate reaction is, I'm not giving this fucking asshole 2 cents because I need it for my family. So I think that's the way the sign is set up. They're associating that they need money for their families, not that the homeless guy wants money for his, because it's all happening in their own head. And then they immediately don't want to give him a goddamn thing, because they're like, fuck you, I need this for my family. I need money for my family. So it's just reminding them of what they're working so hard for and what they're trying to hold on to. And they're not going to give 2 shits about this guy in the street. Even though the video is trying to set up, what it looks like it's trying to set up, it's that we're all selfish and we don't want to help shit, and that we're all dicks or something. I don't know what the video is trying to prove, but towards the end, there's the guy gets no money, and then he's about to leave or whatever, but and then this other homeless person comes up to him and gives him money. She's like, this is all the money I made, but you need it more than me. And then she hands it over and about to leave. Oh, so the point of the video was that sometimes people with the least give the most. And again, they're trying to make these homeless people look all noble and shit. Fucking assholes. So yeah, stuff like that. That was the whole thing, I think, yeah. Um, at the end of the homeless video thing, what have we learned? We've learned that one, being homeless is an option. And two, if you are going to do that, then you just need a fun, creative sign that makes people feel good about themselves, and they will give you money for that very reason. So, become a master sign maker, and you will be very successful as a homeless person. And that nobody gives a fuck about your fake family.